Would you say
number?
I can't.
Oh, hey, we're on.
65.
Hashtag live. Hashtag osouless.
Yeah. Oh, we're live now? Okay.
We're live.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh, people are watching us?
Yes.
Yeah, so don't pick your nose at it.
Noobs!
Some camera shot. No, I'm just kidding.
We've got a couple new people, a couple returning people, which is different from saying old people, right?
Yeah.
Returning is nicer. I'll have you quick introduce yourselves, say who you are, who you are on the app, what you want us to call you, and whether or not you like Cadbury eggs. And
Cadbury?
And in the case of osouless, maybe which basketball team you're supporting.
Number 1. I stole this, by the way. Just as an FYI. I do not
Stole
own
this.
You go
Criminal.
first. You claimed position number 1, so.
So I'm first?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I am osouless on the app. I'm Ryan. You can call me Ryan, osouless, osoul, any combination of those. I do not like Cadbury cream eggs. I don't hate them. I just don't like them. And go Syracuse this weekend. Just an FYI, if both the men's and women's Syracuse teams win the championship, I may die. So, this may be my last video.
Oh, no.
It's a
Does that mean we need to root for them or no? I'm so confused.
I mean, who knows?
Okay.
I was gonna say, Ryan, it's a pretty tall order, but it's doable.
Yeah,
I
but
think you legitimately got a shot.
we can hope.
Not a great, but it's a shot.
Honestly, I don't know.
I think one of them. One of the two might, and it's one that doesn't have to play with their heels. How about you, Ryan? Why don't you go next?
I am ronderman on the app, and I will also be pulling for Syracuse as they are going against Carolina, which is our big rival. But yeah, I enjoy a good Cadbury egg. I had today for the first time Cadbury cream cookies. So basically, they're like the eggs, but there's in a cookie form, which was quite delicious.
How many milk is in?
Never heard of it.
So yeah, Julie, it was delicious.
Just say no. You eat some of the grossest sweet things I've ever heard. It's like, come on.
Hey, don't touch me, okay?
Serious. You gotta cut that crap out. You're gonna die like tomorrow, and then Ryan's gonna die because the boys and girls.
Yeah.
You know,
We can't have that many deaths on the show. God.
I might die if Syracuse wins everything. So you know, life is short. Have a Cadbury cream egg.
Oh, no.
Because it'll make you glad that life is short.
I know. All right.
You two are up.
I've never had a Cadbury cream egg, so I don't even know what that is.
Oh, good boy.
Better off.
Art.
So,
Ron walked away.
$1 for one stinking egg. No.
It's true. A Cadbury egg now costs as much as an avocado.
No.
yeah, so I don't really have much of an opinion on it.
Okay, here is your standard Cadbury cream egg or your
One.
caramel Cadbury egg. Okay.
Whoa, my
Just have it in front of it.
Either will work, but being as I'm partial to the caramel, we're going to break open one of them.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Because my diet starts in a couple hours when the clock hits midnight. So we're going to go ahead and down this. They are delicious milk chocolate.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
let the chocolate fool you.
It's probably not as good as the Reese's eggs.
Oh, the Reese's eggs are really good.
I'm killing it.
Probably.
Okay. So
Yes,
I'll
the
admit-
Reese's eggs are very good. Science, okay? The Reese's eggs are very good. So I may break that open by the end of the night, but for now I'm gonna
Only the best. It's a shame you're a couple hundred miles away from me because I totally want one right now.
Well,
Definitely.
you're gonna have to wait till next year to get some.
I'll just drive over right now.
Mhm.
They'll mail you one.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you two should introduce yourselves other than just giving in.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm Yeagermeister on the app. You guys can just call me Josh.
Basketball?
Basketball. I don't really have a dog to fight. I'm dogging the fight in the tournament. Guess I was rooting for Michigan State, but that didn't really end too well.
No.
It ended well for me, man. It ended well for me.
Of course it did.
Yeah. Alright, I guess I'm up now. I'm Ike Urban 21 on the app. You can just call me Isaac or Ike, whatever one you rather pick. Cadbury eggs, never had it, but it does look really good. And for basketball, 4 out of my 5 brackets I had Michigan State winning, and yeah, I just stopped paying attention after that. So now I'm looking at who's left, and I guess I'm rooting for Syracuse, the underdog. There you go.
He's happy about that.
Are you two in Michigan?
What was that?
Are you two in Michigan?
We're in Toledo, so we're right on the border.
Mm-hmm.
Between Ohio and Michigan. But we're in Ohio.
Holy Toledo. Julie, I used to be on the app, but then I got rid of it off my phone. Really frequent it. But I used to be mommapomba. Every now and again, I may or may not pop in. I'm a creeper. I just vote and I don't really comment. So. Lurker. Oh, okay. Yes, that was for you. Oh, the irony. We're in lurk mode right now. As for Cadbury eggs, yuck. Okay, the one that Ron showed you that looked all like almost edible with the caramel. The other one is all like cream nasty. Not good. Not
It
good.
looked terrific.
No, that was the caramel one.
That's the caramel one.
Yeah.
All of it looked
The
good.
normal one is.
Yeah, the other one actually has an egg-like yolk in it with yellow and white.
Oh,
That's gross.
that does not sound good.
Looks like snot in a not good. So don't. You know, honestly, I've never actually eaten one. They just look really good. When it looks like that, and I can't imagine the sugar that's in no.
Seriously.
I can't. I would. It hurt, Ron. I would maybe try the caramel.
Miss Julie Judgerson over there has never even tried one and is looking down upon the comments.
I mean, okay, all right. Crack one of those open. Crack open an original, and then see how much everybody wants to try that. Anybody who's got brain cells would be like, no, I'm self-preserved. I'm not going to eat that.
All right. I'm going to be on a sugar high. I'm going to go into a coma. Y'all call somebody.
Hey, you got to binge it while you.
No, wait. Maybe he'll show you the inside of that thing.
There you go. See? There's the inside of the other egg. And it's not caramel. It's more of just a complete sugar.
It's more just like complete sugar.
It's like an egg.
Yeah, that's the second egg. That's the inside of the...
I think we've grossed out our viewers enough. We can continue.
See, I told you.
Not even that.
And then
It's pretty strange.
I'm Firefly5 on the app, Guyton in real life, and I will totally root for Syracuse with you.
Woo!
Were we supposed to
And I think, I guess, to put it in terms that Ryan might appreciate, I think Cadbury eggs are kind of the Tom Brady of candy. Does that work for you?
A lot of people like them, but they taste like it.
Yeah. Probably an accurate comparison.
Just saying. Just saying.
Seems legit.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Okay. All right. Jenna Bergman said, what famous individual would you most like to meet?
Who's this dude?
I think his name is Ron. I think his name is Ron. I would like to meet Ron.
Ron, well, we can make that happen.
Yeah, Ron. I think so.
Yeah, we can make that happen. I'll ever bring you one of these.
You gross. If you bring one of those, I will throw it at your car.
Wow.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Northerners, we're hostile. So you want to that nasty?
See, if it weren't so expensive, you could Cadbury egg their house.
It's true. But
It's cheaper to just do it with real eggs.
That's right.
And much more destructive.
Like they're delicious.
Yeah, he might thank you if you Cadbury cream his eggs. He'd be like, yeah, awesome, all right.
I'm gonna eat them all.
Exactly.
Let's see, famous person. Yeah, I'm not going to discriminate.
I'm sure.
I pretty much meet anybody. I'd enjoy time with politicians or actors or not really singers. I'm good on that. I know all about that. But yeah, any actor. We'll go with Denzel Washington. I'd like to have dinner with Denzel. How about that?
he's got really good teeth.
He does. He is a pretty man and he has very nice teeth. But I think it'd be a lot of fun to hang out with Denzel.
Got a romance
All right, boys. Who do you meet?
Would I meet? Well, I guess the Batman vs Superman movie just came out, so I guess I don't know. Let's just say Ben Affleck. I was impressed with the movie. It was pretty good.
Movie was awesome.
It was great. I don't know what the critics were thinking about it. I loved it.
Critics were all stoned out of their minds, apparently.
Bought off by Marvel.
Possibly.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't really like Ben Affleck up to this point, but he did a pretty good job in the movie, so I guess him.
Emailed the other day for BFF.
This is a true story.
Yeah, he really did.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Oh,
Ryan. I have friends.
I feel like there's backstory. I don't feel like just saying that's enough.
There's not a ton of backstory.
Yeah, I just got an email from Ben Affleck that was like,
They're linked through charity work.
Yeah.
oh.
That was the backstory. It's like I could say I get emails from Bernie Sanders and Barack Obama, but
Do you really? Because I don't.
I not really, but kind of. It says it's from them.
What? Let me find. So nice. It was
This was like a getting a hold of you because you did something through I don't know much.
I don't know where it is. Can't have been that long ago. Maybe it was. But yeah, anyway, exciting time. So, I said Ben.
Yeah.
See? Can you see it, or is it all bright and shiny?
Very bright and shiny.
Yeah,
it's
you can't.
bright and shiny.
Stupid. Here, let me see. That's better? No, it's all like dark. It says Ben Affleck. No, I suck. Anyways, yeah, it was just because we had a charity for clean water, and I did a bunch of fundraising for said thing. So.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Which company did you work through with the clean water?
He had his own. Him and Matt Damon have their own, but I did ours through our church. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
My
cool.
gosh. Who are you gonna meet? Or yeah, who are you gonna meet?
I'm gonna go with Calvin Johnson because I'm a huge Lions fan. Unfortunately. I don't know. He's an amazing player and he seems like a really humble guy.
Well,
And
the good
I hate
news
him.
the good news is that you'd probably be the only one there at the meet and greet. So
I mean, he's got a lot of free time on his hands, so it's not really...
Yeah, kind of mad at him for retiring, but you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it just helps the Packers. Go Pack.
Go Pack, go! What?
Go Pack, go.
Yeah.
Annie.
Yep. Shout out to A-Veg.
A-Veg? I don't know. Okay. Brian, who are you gonna meet?
Oh, man. Famous guy. I would love to have dinner with LeBron James. It's like kind of stereotypical, but that would be kind of cool. I don't know. Since we're doing mainly sports people. There's no real like actor or actress. Well, maybe a couple actresses, but there's no actor I would love to. Yeah, so I don't know, LeBron James.
You've already met Scott Wilson. After that, who's left?
I have met Scott Wilson. Yep, Herschel from The Walking Dead. Very briefly.
You ever seen it? No.
Also met David Hasselhoff.
The Hoff.
At the same Comic-Con.
The guy from the SpongeBob movie?
Yes.
Shut up.
That's all I know him from too. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
He's Knight Rider. Come on.
Me meeting him was more like me like seeing him from afar because you had to pay $50 to get a picture with him, and I was just like, nah.
50.
Nah. Yeah, $50 for a picture, $75 for a picture and an autograph, and $100 if you wanted a picture with him and the car from that '90s TV show, Kit or something.
Wow. Did he take his shirt off for this picture? I mean,
No. I saved money and spent $20 to get a picture with Scott Wilson.
$20 for a picture with a person?
That's all. That's how they make their money at these events. Is they charge you to take pictures with them.
I start standing in a booth and say, "It's only $1." Like so much better.
Yeah. It's fine. That weekend only cost me about $250. That's all right.
All right, who are you meeting?
I'd probably meet Matt Damon.
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of on the same thing, and I like a lot of what he has to say. I just met Neil deGrasse Tyson last week.
I was gonna say, like, you already met a famous person, more so than the rest of us.
Which was very cool. He's a very, very good speaker. He's crazy smart, but communicates well. And then he's like and then he's an actual person. Like some people you talk to, and especially like
nerdy science.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some people you talk to and like I do science for a living, and the science people that you talk to are just exactly what you would expect. And just gotta...
How much did he charge you to get that picture with him?
Just the price of the ticket.
Price of the ticket?
I don't know any of it. It was gotten for me.
Gotcha.
So it's free.
Even better.
Yeah, I stole those tickets.
Just like I stole this foam finger.
There you go.
We got two criminals.
So, Julie, who's your famous person?
I said you, Ron.
I just wanted
Obvious.
to hear it again. That's all.
Ron.
Oh, that's going to be a fun one. Ron, you can answer this next one first. Do you
Uh-huh.
enjoy your job?
Oh man, I've got like the best job ever. So yeah, you guys, y'all enjoy your college, and so you can get out and work those 40 hours. Yeah, I've been a stay-at-home dad for 8 years, almost 9 years, and my daughter had a nightmare a few months ago, and she said, "Dad, do you ever have nightmares?" I said, "Yeah, I dreamed the other night that your mom made me get another job. It was terrible."
Oh!
And so yeah,
Probably like, what?
so I love my job, which is basically not a job. So my job consists tomorrow of a little bit of laundry, going to the gym, and then we'll probably catch up on some TV, you know? So
That's exactly what I have in store for me tomorrow.
Better call Saul.
Occasionally driving 30 miles to go get Vietnamese food.
yes, and it allows me to go on adventures whenever my friends challenge me to go find some obscure, strange sandwich.
It's not that great.
So
He's got to come up with a new food again.
Okay.
how about a Reese's peanut butter egg? I could do that.
Oh.
You don't have to go anywhere.
That's right.
All right. Isaac, do you have a job? Do you like your job?
Me?
Yeah.
I have a summer job. Right now I'm in high school, so during the summer I mow lawns for a couple hours a day every day with some guy down the street. But yeah.
Does he have candy in his van?
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, he has
windowless van.
no, he has a nice truck.
With candy in the back.
Yeah, he has
Are there
candy.
windows?
Yeah, there's windows. There's windows.
When
Okay.
it drives around, does it have like an ice cream truck type thing?
Actually, we don't mow lawns. We just sell ice cream to little kids.
There you go.
No, but it's a nice job. I work for 3 hours a day, and then Saturdays I work 5 or 6 hours, and it's nice because you can easily work around it, and it's not time-consuming. So I have time for sports and other high school activities, so it's a good job.
What sports do you play?
I do football, I do indoor track and outdoor track.
Woo!
Indoor track?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, indoor track. Certain college facilities in our area have indoor tracks which are half the size of normal tracks, and yeah, but it's super fun. I enjoy it a lot. Sprinter and a jumper.
Nice. Okay, Ryan, you like your job?
I mean, I guess. $50 magically appears in my bank account every week, so I don't complain.
Yeah, your job's
should-
almost as awesome as mine.
I shouldn't say magically. I work in the dining hall on campus, but because I've got a little bit of seniority, all I do is I sit in front and I swipe. We have ID cards here. We have ID cards that let us into buildings, and we swipe these for our meals. So I just sit in the front, I grab people's cards, I swipe it, I hit enter, and they walk in, and that's my job for 2 hours.
Ryan, can you put that back up? I only got half of the numbers.
Yeah, that picture was adorable. Baby face. That was taken yesterday, wasn't it?
That's my driver's license.
Wait. Aww. If I could, I would just pinch those cheeks right off. So do you ever check the IDs when you swipe them, or do you just swipe them and hit enter and you're like,
Oh no, I just swipe them and hit enter. Sometimes I don't even swipe them. Like if if I know you or if you're good looking, you get in for free. I don't care.
Or if you
Well,
swipe
you don't-
$100.
Or yeah, you know, whatever. I'm open to. I once had this one guy just walk in. He's like, "Yeah, I don't have my ID. Can you like type it in?" And that requires more effort. And I'm just like, "Nah, you're fine. Walk in. I don't feel like doing actual stuff today. You can do it for free." And he just kind of stared at me. He's like, "Awesome."
Yeah, I see a great future for you in the TSA. Yeah.
Do you really have to
I
scan
predict you'll
this
be.
bag? I really just want to get on my plane. Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just take off one shoe. The rest of them will be fine.
yeah.
You pick which one.
Can you just like hang out in the dining hall, or like you have to swipe if you go in?
Oh, no, you literally. Well, I'm supposed to. If you walk in the door and you're going in to get any food whatsoever, you have to swipe. Like there will be people that'll be like, "Oh, I just want like a glass of water." Yeah, you have to swipe. I don't care. You have to swipe.
Except
I love that people. I love that my favorite people are the ones that walk down. Say, "Oh, I'm waiting for a friend." They'll just stand there. They'll wait till a bunch of people show up, and they'll just try to walk past me. And I'll just sit there and like, "No, you didn't. No, come back. You're swiping twice because you're an asshole. Get over here." I have authority, so.
Yeah.
You just,
Again, unless you're good looking.
Yeah, I have the authority to both make people swipe twice for one meal or not at all. So.
drunk with power.
Usually evens out. Yeah, and all for $11 an hour. No problem.
All right, Josh, do you enjoy your?
I don't have a job right now because I play sports. But when baseball season ends, I'm gonna get a job at Chick-fil-A.
Mm.
I thought we were going to say you were the guy.
Now, what is Chick-fil-A?
What?
What is Chick-fil-A?
You know what Chick-fil-A is?
Like I've
Chick-fil-A
heard of it.
is
I've
better.
heard of it, but there's none in Western New York. Like there's none near me.
They didn't invent
Isn't it the company whose CEO refuses to serve gay people?
No, that's what the press says, but no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
They will serve anybody that wants to buy chicken.
The CEO refuses to serve anyone at all. That involves, physical.
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, the CEO doesn't actually do anything, so.
Yeah, and the guy that said that is dead anyway, so he's not serving
Oh,
chicken to pretty much.
fair enough.
So,
Yeah, we don't have any Chick-fil-A's around here.
We have Popeyes.
Were they in Michigan?
What?
We have Popeyes.
Yeah, we're in Michigan. We don't have Chick-fil-A. Or
Yeah, I heard that.
that's lame.
I've never had Popeye.
Oh.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
What about
Chick-fil-A more than makes up for it. Their chicken sandwich is it's so good.
Has everybody had KFC?
yes,
Yes.
we've got your KFC, but
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
if you want a bucket of KFC, Ron, I'm just gonna
Start coming up with obscure stuff.
not even know. Okay, Josh. What position do you play in baseball?
Right field and I pitch.
Yeah.
you pitch from right field. That's impressive.
Yeah. So if we just make it work somehow.
That's right.
Oh, you never know where it's coming from. No, wait. That's how good he is he can hit that strike zone from right.
Well, hey, if he's got an arm that can reach the strike zone from right field,
I mean, honestly, I don't care how slow or how many times it bounces first. I feel like if you could consistently hit the strike zone, you're safe.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you enjoy your job?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm, I guess, at the moment in the market for a job that's very similar to my job, but yeah. So yes, I enjoy my job. I will enjoy my job more when my paycheck quadruples.
I would do that as well.
mm-hmm. It's always a good thing.
So.
Yeah.
What it says.
So happy that you saved my life.
You hear that?
It's slowly back.
I think yeah, I don't know.
Move my mouse.
Hey, Josh, I think we're getting a lot of background noise.
I hear it too.
We're hearing it, so I don't know if that's from us or not.
Well, the way you
Ryan.
can see on the
Ryan left.
Hmm.
I don't know. Okay.
Ima says, you could have or did have dessert tonight. What would it be?
Sure as shit wouldn't be a Cadbury egg.
Yeah, I'm thinking my dessert is going to be the Again, we start the diet first thing in the morning.
Yay, I'm back.
You're back.
You making all that noise, Ryan?
We're inviting.
That's easy, Josh.
What?
I hear a noise coming out of your thingamawop.
Wow, that's a new word.
I mean, there's a couple people in like the rooms around us talking.
But that's not
so
what
like-
we're hearing.
Oh, weird. Okay. Anyways, Ryan, the question was, if you could have any, or if you did have dessert tonight, what would it be? And dessert, it was a drumstick ice cream cone. But if I could have any dessert, it would definitely be brulee.
It's what?
Peanut butter pie.
If I had to choose one now, I'd probably go with I make when I'm home and I feel like it, I make my own key lime pie. So that's always really good. So I'd probably go with that. I didn't have any dessert tonight.
Let's see.
Dessert.
If I could have anything at all, it would also be creme brulee. If I anything that we have in the house, it would probably be a Guinness.
Sure.
Talking about.
Just request that. Sort of, but you're just meeting the people that you usually talk with.
How about you, Josh? What would you have for dessert?
I go with peanut butter pie. I haven't had it in a while. I love it. It sounds really good right now.
That makes me want to have a Reese's.
Oh, you got it too?
No, just a small one.
Oh man, still tastes good either way.
Yeah, it's all the same.
All this leftover Easter candy is gonna kill me.
Yeah, I tell you what, after Easter we had track practice, and it was one of our toughest workouts I've ever done.
Oh.
I've been doing it for 5 years. I started almost throwing up towards the end of it. It was bad.
Too much candy.
Way too much candy. A lot of jelly beans, a lot of chocolate.
Oh, all coming out like I was the same.
When I was in high school, all my friends did track, and I never joined the team, but they told me to show up to one practice because the coach didn't care. Because, I mean, what does he care if you come to show up to run around as long as you don't get in the way?
Yeah.
What they did for warm-up was 20 laps around the track.
20 laps.
Yeah, 5 miles was warm-up. I got through 3 miles, hunched over, threw up, went home. I was like, nope, that's enough for that.
5 miles is quite a lot.
Yeah, it was. I like said to them, I'm like, that's your warm up every day, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, wow.
Oh my gosh. Tell you what, they're doing something wrong. If you have a 5 mile warm up, I mean, that's basically a workout.
Yeah, it was. I mean, our school was well known for track, so I think that has I think that's part of it, but it was outrageous. I'm like, yep, glad I didn't join this sport.
Yeah.
Not doing that. What was the question? I feel like I'm at a political debate. Like, there's a question, and then we go off on a tangent, and then everyone's like, wait, what did they ask?
Dessert. What do you
Oh, yeah,
want?
dessert. And somehow we got onto track. So,
I only threw up once in high school because of running, and that was after a cross-country meet. And it was a calzone. It's because I had a calzone for lunch.
Mm.
Yeah, not good.
I did the sports where like you could eat as much as you wanted before you did them, and you were in no danger.
What did
I
you
did.
do?
I was on the varsity golf and bowling team.
Varsity bowling? What?
Varsity bowling.
That sounds sweet.
It's awesome.
The children
Every day after school, you'd wait a half hour for the bus to show up. You'd bus over to the bowling lanes, and you'd spend 3 hours at the bowling lanes. And then you'd get a varsity letter and a scholarship. So, woo!
What's he saying?
Living the dream!
High school varsity bowling.
A high school sport that you could play while eating chili cheese fries. I think you played the cards right.
Sounds amazing.
don't
peaked.
forget the added advantage of all the girls that were lining up for all,
Oh, I'm sure
that bowling.
Yeah, our female bowling team was not that attractive. So we mainly just stayed on the other side of the alley. And out lanes, other side of the lanes. Now, the female golf team in their skirts, that was a different story.
Yeah, I agree. Golf with a female is a completely different sport. I enjoy golfing with my wife. It is much more fun than golfing with my friend. I pay much more attention to her swing than to his. We'll just put it that way.
It's much easier to keep your swing nice and straight and through and
It's in my way.
get the ball into the hole, you know, the whole I'm trying to come up with innuendo and it's not working.
No. No.
But it's a shot. What are you looking for? Or spring, but summer.
See, I think that question was, what are you most looking forward to this summer?
Yeah.
Seriously, what's all that noise?
Yeah, what's going on in the background with you guys?
1 second, I'm gonna try.
Sounds like a cult meeting.
Solved it.
Solved it.
You just muted them.
I will unmute you now, but at least it answers a question.
I told you it was their background noise.
Oh wait, how do I unmute them?
It just,
Oh.
Oh no.
You've used your power, now look at that.
Are we back? We're back.
Yeah, you're good.
We had to do it from our end.
I'm glad that you're able to.
Yeah, so this summer, my summer pretty much exists of us waking up and then going to the pool, and then we come home and take a nap. So that's pretty much my summer in a nutshell.
That's the life.
Yeah, it's a good, like I said, it's a good gig. So that, and I'm headed to Mexico in a couple of months. So that'll be fun. Because I've been married longer than probably 3 on this panel have been alive. So Ryan, how old are you?
19.
Yep, I could be all your dads. Yeah, it's our 20th anniversary.
Yeah, we're safe.
Yeah, well, hey, you guys, I could probably be your dad too, but
I mean,
But you would have had to have started kind of early.
yeah, but morally and legally, I could have been the rest of their dads.
how old are you?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I will be 44 in about a month.
Oh, see, he could totally have been our dad.
yeah, biologically, sure.
Yeah.
Biologically, realistically, yeah.
I went to middle school with someone from 7th grade.
Well, we had our first year 3. It's not that up.
Yeah, we can't hear you guys because of the background there. There you go.
Yeah.
So
Ryan's got the
Ryan,
power
you can
too.
do people?
Yeah, anyone can mute anyone.
Yeah. See?
Except they
See? I have the power!
Oh,
Sorry, that was just to prove a point. I apologize.
so can we unmute them?
No, we can't.
So Ryan has to unmute them?
No, they have to unmute
They have to
themselves.
unmute themselves.
Oh.
And then we can remute ourselves, take out the back.
Yeah.
There you go.
There, we figured out a system.
Hey, this is
Okay.
what we did the kids episode.
Oh my gosh, that stressed me out so much. I had to go to bed. That was horrible.
This is not making fun of the two of you at all. We did a kids episode some time ago, and
It was in December.
because you know they were young kids, there were a lot of young kids on. It was like every time that it wasn't someone in particular's turn to speak, we just mute everyone except for the person. It worked really well, and
It did.
took a while to come up with it, but it worked out really well.
I would have to take a Xanax before we do that again. It's horrible. Like, my blood pressure was like, ugh. And our kids were part of the problem. It wasn't like somebody else's kids. It was our kids. I was like, I'm going to strangle one of them.
Wow.
Not that I would.
Not saying I would, I'm just saying I thought about it, okay?
That's right. And I would just have an escape plan.
Not saying I'd ever actually commit murder, I'm just saying I think about it all the time.
That's right.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, no one's answered the question. Oh, wait, Ron answered the question.
Isaac,
yeah.
other than mowing lawns, what are you looking forward to this summer?
Us?
Yeah.
Oh, not writing papers for school, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Right now I have a 12-page paper due in like a week and a half from now, and I didn't work on any of it during spring break, so I'll have to do it tomorrow.
Same.
I can tell you more than most people that you'll run into, I can completely empathize right now.
Yeah, I know.
That
It's
doesn't
the-
change in college. Don't expect
believe it.
change.
Once college is over, blue-collar job, never write a paper again.
You never know.
Yeah.
They
Hey,
must
be a stay-at-home dad. I've not written a paper in a long time.
Yeah. That sounds like the life.
You could technically have to write a paper if your kid was just like, Dad, I have no idea how to write this.
However, that you figure it out, son, because I'm not writing it for you.
That's
Fair.
right. Sucks to be
You do have the veto power.
Write a report to your wife on how good you're doing during the week.
Yes. Just a
This
weekly
week, I
report.
watched-
Weekly report. Honey, this is what I did this week to justify not helping at all.
Dude, I'm telling you, get more housework done between her leaving work and getting home because she always texts, hey, I'm headed home. I'm like a whirlwind for that
Yeah.
15 minutes. Kids start cleaning rooms, we vacuum. It's amazing how much I can get done in 15 minutes.
Because if you do it during the day, it's just going to get all scrambled up again.
Exactly.
There's no reason to do it at any other time.
Nope.
And that's how I look at my paper.
Exactly. I wrote, what did I do? I wrote a 15-page term paper. I think I've told this story. I wrote a 15-page, that fell from the sky. I wrote a 15-page term paper for Philosophy 351 Free Will in 24 hours.
Wow.
And to this day, it's quite possibly one of the best papers I've ever written.
Quite a feat.
Probably because the prompt was, after this class, what are your thoughts on free will? And we had to get 15 pages. So it's not like I could have prepared much for that anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I know what you mean.
Because at first I was thinking, well,
Gotta love those papers where they're just like, just somehow come up with 10 pages. All right, I can do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because Carla had said to me, had said, well, Wendy was probably
Just
telling
hand in
mother
10
ideas
pages and
for
you
us,
get an A.
and she's seen other schools that.
Not like I have anything else better to do.
Somebody talk about squirrels?
What?
I heard squirrels.
Squirrels?
Yeah.
Squirrel?
No, but sidebar, no joke. Our campus is crawling with squirrels. That's not even. I'm not even gonna elaborate. It's just for whatever reason, college campuses have a shit ton of squirrels on them.
It's because there's a lot of food to be.
True, but normally you see the college students scavenging for food rather than the squirrels.
I don't know. Not what I was going
I know.
How many people have answered the question? Like two?
Yeah, 3 of us have.
I apologize. This is mainly my fault.
How about you, Josh? What are you looking for?
Just being off school for the most part, because I kind of really hate it.
That also doesn't go away.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, my computer's actually about to die, and I can't find my charger anywhere. So I think we're gonna have to cut off of the call because we're gonna be disconnected pretty soon.
All right. Well, thanks for
Fair enough.
being
Thanks for
on.
being on.
Yep.
Yeah, it's cool meeting
Hope
you
to be
guys.
back on.
Nice
See you guys.
meeting you guys.
Yeah, come back.
Bye.
Yep, see ya.
Will do. See ya.
See, now you don't have to mute them anymore, Ryan.
True.
Yeah, that was exciting, you know. So
New people.
well, there you go.
It was cool though.
Right?
Yeah. Let's keep going. What are you looking forward to this summer?
Nothing.
Wow.
I mean, there's not a whole lot changes when the summer happens.
This summer in particular,
There's more animals.
What?
I don't know. You said, I don't know, you're just like, nothing changes. I'm like, it gets brighter outside.
Well, maybe this
There's
summer
more
you'll find
green.
out where you're going to spend the rest of your life. You know, you guys got a big summer coming up.
This summer is a big one for us.
It's
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
I'm,
I see a lot of work in the future of moving. I don't like
It'll be
moving.
fine.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff changing because it's going to change one way or the other, and might as well look forward to it.
Exactly.
It's the interview process could be exciting.
Well, it's not like I'm like being a
It's-
Nancy negative, but there's just
No.
nothing on the docket right now where I'm like, if you do it again. I almost hacked out one of my lungs. Did you
I'm
hear
sorry.
that?
Yeah.
Ugh. I am still sick. It's ridiculous.
By the way, I haven't told you guys this yet. Next semester, this kind of ties into what I'm looking forward to this summer. Next semester, I'm studying abroad in Ireland.
Ooh.
Yeah. I leave like late August, and I don't come back until right before Christmas.
Fun.
So.
Will you be able to talk for like an Irish?
No.
when you come back?
Nope. I've already investigated that, and supposedly you cannot gain an accent in any time shorter than a couple of years. So.
Well, it does
Not
not have to
looking.
be official, but you can do something to impress
Oh,
the lady.
don't you know? It's a Guinness top in the morning to you.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
I think when you start with a "don't you know," you're going for
Oh, don't you know?
Irish or
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so. All right. Next question.
yes. What's your favorite place that you've visited? And if you could move there, would you? That's Southern law, by the way.
I guess my top 5 would be Moscow. I would never want to live there.
Oh,
Waikiki.
why not?
Yeah, no. Waikiki wasn't bad, but no, I don't necessarily want to live there either. Dude, I honestly, no place that I visited do I want to live. I like where I am. I like North Carolina. It's a great place. Not that I want anybody else to move down here, but it's a great place down here. And but yeah, I'm good with where I am. So.
I haven't visited anywhere really. Most of my 19 years have been within the Empire State. I've been to Florida to visit grandparents. I would never want to live there, ever. It's always like 90% humidity and hurricanes. So that's a no. I've been to the Grand Canyon once. I wouldn't want to live out there because it's 110 degrees every day. I've been to Canada a lot, but that for me, because Canada is literally a 25-minute trip, it doesn't really feel that far away.
Right.
Like, it doesn't feel different than New York for me. Like, New York City's an 8-hour trip from Buffalo. Toronto's a 2-hour trip.
Wow.
So, which I always explain to people, because when I say, like, I've never been to New York City, people are like, what? I'm like, it's 8 hours away. I'd much rather just... I could get to Quebec quicker than New York City. Which, barely, but still.
Barely.
So, I could move to Canada. I could live in Canada. I could be one of those people.
Depending on who wins.
Yeah, I was about to say, depending on who wins the presidency, I might have to move to Canada. And I'll report back on whether I would live in Ireland or not. Though I feel like I probably would. I feel like that'll be interesting. So.
Well, you got to do a hangout from Ireland at least once.
That would we would have to work out the time zones because that for me would be around 3, 4 in the morning.
Well, and we appreciate your sacrifice. So.
True. That would have to be a special edition on like a Friday or a Saturday, just so I don't have to like do that right before classes. Wake up in the middle of the night to do a hangout before 8 a.m. would probably kill me.
You know what? We'll figure it out at a time when you and the British guy can be on together.
That'd be cool.
That would That would be interesting.
Place you visited.
Probably Seattle.
I don't know. You live there.
I don't know if I would live in Seattle. It's a nice place to visit, but I don't know. I definitely wouldn't live like downtown Seattle. I would live, in the outskirts a little bit more. But I like that. I liked when we went to Marquette, but I think that was just because it was us and the kids weren't there.
That's a really good trip.
But I definitely wouldn't live in Marquette.
No.
It's too far away from
They're
me.
very seriously hiring you.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Don't do it.
Nope.
Don't want it. So, yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. I don't think that I've been anywhere else where I'm like, oh yeah, that's really awesome.
I liked Marquette a lot.
Yeah.
It's not really a place I'd live.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Where is Marquette?
It's way the hell up in the UP.
Yeah.
That would be the Upper Peninsula for those of us that aren't local to you. Is that right?
Yeah, for those of us that don't live in Michigan.
So Michigan has 2 pieces.
They're called.
There's
Detroit and that little pokey thing that almost touches Canada.
Right. So this is up in the northern point of the little pokey thing.
So, like,
Well, I guess not the point. The point's Copper Harbor, but
like here.
it's
isn't
in
it?
one of the points, like here.
Yeah.
So instead of calling it the UP, you should call it the LPT, the little pokey thing.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we would get it then.
LPT.
LPT. There you go.
You've been lots of places though. Would you move to Australia or New Zealand?
I would live in Australia or New Zealand.
Are they hiring? I'm just kidding.
A little bit. No, they were great places to be. I was really impressed with. Well, I mean, New Zealand's cool in like this sort of. It's just a very real place. You go and you're like, no, this is not anything super extraordinary. This is how normal people lead normal lives, and um, it was kind of wonderful in how non-extraordinary it was. I mean, it's a beautiful place. As soon as you get outside of any city, the landscape's amazing. But and the cities are nice too. I mean, they're like built into hills, built into mountains, and they really encompass that, and it's nice. But it's not like one of these. Like Australia has this nice thing where you're like, it stays between 65 and 85 all year round in the portions that I was in, and it's this like ideal weather and whatever.
Doesn't everything want to kill you in Australia, though?
If you stay on the coast, no.
Okay.
Uh,
That's always been my joke about Australia. Is just everything wants to kill you there.
Yeah, just because the spiders are like this big, you know.
And that's just the spiders. There's the scorpions, the wombats, the kangaroos, even the gazelles will take a snipe at you. The humans, I don't count them out.
Wombats will try to kill you?
I don't know. I just started listing animals that sounded like they lived in Australia.
I was gonna say, I think you
Those
lost.
koala bears can be vicious.
No, it's Australia's in a lot of ways exactly the sort of thing that you would read about, and it's very like you understand why people want to be there, and the weather's wonderful, and the cities are really nice, and it's this very clean place. It has a very clean feel. You see a lot of people on bikes and a lot of people outdoors, and the ocean is everywhere. And it's wonderful. And then you go across to New Zealand, and it's like 55 degrees, and um, you don't have this like here's the sort of place you go to get away from it all and go to a resort for however long. It's like just here's this
This
place.
is where you go when you want to hide from the world.
Yeah, yeah, but I liked it a lot. It was really cool. So I could pretty gladly live in either place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Southern-in-law also asks, what do you think? What's your, I don't know. I want to ask one of these. Hey, British guy asks, when you were younger, what did you want to be in terms of jobs?
I wanted to be a British guy. I thought that would have been fun.
That's a job.
You sure? I don't know. I for years I sound like George Costanza. Not that any of you guys will get that reference because you're all babies. But for years I wanted to be an architect. George Costanza always wanted to be an architect. I actually applied to school of design and then realized I was woefully unprepared to do anything artistic like that. It's kind of like growing up saying, I'm going to learn how to fly. Well, if you don't ever prepare to learn how to fly, you'll never learn how to fly. So, and my being an architect was about as realistic as me learning how to fly. So, let's see, other than architect, I guess when I was in college, I was thinking going into some type of church work, doing the ministry. And then when she got into medical school, I said screw that, and then I've been going towards retirement ever since.
I like it.
Well, I'm still younger, so
Got a
I'll,
rough. Yeah.
what?
Because you just gotta rub it in, don't you? I'm so much younger.
Well, he reclaimed.
Well, I mean, when you were younger, so it's like 2 years ago. I don't know.
Like last week, I was really hoping to.
Yeah. I mean, I don't actually know what I want to do in terms of like a career. I've kind of resigned myself to the fact that I'll probably be a history teacher, but I've never really had like an ambition for a specific career. I've always had like a passion for politics, and I always, you know, I mean, everyone's always got the, oh, I want to be president when I grow up, but like, that's not very realistic. So, I don't know. We shall see, but I'll probably end up being a teacher.
That's cool.
You actually had a whole slew of things you wanted to do.
No, I didn't. Up until freshman year in high school, I was dead set on being a dentist. And then I job shadowed a few dentists, and I was like, this is terrible. And my dad was always pushing to be a doctor. And then I was like, yeah, actually, I do want to be a doctor. And so then from then on out, everything I did and everything I thought about was to get into med school. So.
Then you went and got knocked up, right?
What?
Then you went and got knocked up. So.
I know. You'd think with all that biology, I would have learned how that worked.
You would think.
No, but you know.
Yes, your side of the room always looks like that.
What? That's what I am.
I
I don't know.
Oh man.
Maybe.
Your heart. Sorry.
What are you doing? But yeah, so I always want to be a doctor, but you know, my plans were not his plans, so they have changed. So we'll roll with it and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, funny how that works out.
Right?
Guyton, were you always wanting to be a teacher?
Nope.
No. I mean.
Nope. I had all sorts of things, I guess, along the way, but none of them were ever very serious on what I wanted to do. And then at one point I was looking at med school also. That was, I guess, pretty late in the game though.
Yeah.
Where Julie was completely prepared and had gone through all the motions and stuff for med school. I kind of looked at it at the end of my junior year of college and said, let's do med school. I can do that, right? So I looked at the requirements and what I would need to fulfill to be able to apply. I was like, I can knock those out in a year because majoring in physics, I've already done a lot of the things that I needed to do. So what's left? I've got this course, but they were all courses that I could manage without being overloaded in a year. And I studied for the MCAT and I took it.
You did not study for the MCAT. You did not even say, I studied for the MCAT. The only test I've ever seen you study for was the physics GRE.
That thing was hard.
Yeah, I know, but don't tell me. I studied for the MCAT for 2 years. 2 years, okay, people? And he's like, oh, I should sign up for that. Maybe we'll take it on the same day. You want a carpool?
Do we want to ask the question of who did better on the MCAT? The guy who's just sort of sitting there.
He's just like
not even close. He like beat me like the redheaded stepchild. I took it twice too. It was bad.
I think I took it twice.
You did not.
I thought I did.
You took it once when I took it the second time.
Oh.
Seems like there's some leftover like anger on this subject.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to med school.
Oh, he said it.
Me either. I don't even do anything with my degree. My job has nothing to do with my degree.
Isn't that everybody though? Most
Yeah,
everybody.
well, actually,
I feel like that's what everyone always says. Like, I have a degree in this. I do this. They are not related whatsoever.
No.
Well, we just had to write up these bios for work because they wanted all the teachers. What do you?
Just a
Oh.
sugar.
And to
Fine.
and all of the other teachers there are like, I went to school for music composition and theory and this, that, and performance and blah, da, 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 da. I was like, I did not. So I look like a crazy person in the mix of all of the musicians there. But whatever. Yeah, so, no. He didn't know that you always wanted to be...
No, I taught for a couple years after undergrad and really liked it. And then I kind of stuck with it. And I said, with kids, I didn't want to go through what med school was going to be, because I wanted to see them before they were 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up doing grad school for physics, and it worked out. Yeah.
Well, there's still time to do med school, just for the record.
What's up?
There's still time to do med school.
There's not time to do med school. All of my ambition and all of my neurotic tendencies have left me. I am far too lazy for that now.
There, in my wife's med school class, there was a 40-year-old man who was pulling, 80, 90 hours a week. I thought, there's no way at my current age could I pull the kind of hours that it took to get through medical school. So.
That's what I'm saying. I need naps, like, on a pretty regular basis. I'm pretty sure that they frown upon that if you're, like, all snuggled in with patient B. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but it's really quiet up there in the anatomy lab as long as no one's cutting on the cadavers. You can just climb up on one of those tables and go to sleep. And
they're cold, though. Those tables are cold.
Yeah, they tend to keep the cadavers.
They don't really need to spend the money to heat up the cadaver rooms.
Well, it stinks.
Yeah, you want.
I'm pretty sure they spend money to keep that cold, actually.
Yeah. I could always, when she came home from gross anatomy, I could always tell when she'd been there. There was a distinct odor about her.
Gross anatomy.
The formaldehyde. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember one time we were all really intensely staring at something, and then the air conditioner kicked on, and we almost all died because it scared us so bad because it was just like this air, and we're like, oh my gosh. But yeah, there is a definite sink.
Yep. So when were you in a gross lab?
I did take anatomy and physiology in undergrad, and then we had cadaver lab in it.
Did you name your cadaver?
They had names already. What?
I said that's creepy.
Well, they were people. They had names. So.
Yeah, but when you're about to cut into them and poke around, it's probably a little easier if you don't name them. Well, it's kind of like naming the lobsters when you go into a seafood restaurant.
You are my
It's harder to break into them and eat them.
Well, for medical, my wife's medical school, they didn't tell them names, occupations, or anything like that. They just said, "Here is your cadaver." Mm-hmm. Then after you were completely done with the cadaver, you would say, "These are the attributes that the body has told us." He appeared to be a manual laborer, or this is an injury that we found, and then at that point you were able to see the history, but they didn't even give them their names until after, basically, towards the end of the year.
Well, it was fun because they would be like, we could tell, this cadaver had a hysterectomy after, she had this many kids and blah, 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 and I was like, that's crazy. You can just tell, the body, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think
science.
I think General Cadaver had a pacemaker and all sorts of different attributes. So that was years ago, obviously.
So yeah.
Yeah, I could never do that. I borderline almost failed high school biology because they towards the end of the year, they were like, okay, we're going to cut open some rats and we're going to poke around and whatnot. And I'm like, nope, not doing that.
Really?
So my teacher decided to try and fail me for that. That was fun.
That's not fun. I kind of feel like dissecting things was just, I'm like, we're gonna do a pig again? Great, fantastic.
Yeah, I was basically the only one in my class that's like, I really don't want to see the insides of anything.
Why not?
Because I don't know, I'm squeamish. I also refuse to swim in the ocean.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
If it's not a pool, I get kind of skeeved out. Basically, I don't want anything living possibly, touching my leg or ripping it off in case of, the ocean. But even lakes, I'm like, no, I don't want a fish, passing by my leg, and because I'll freak out.
It's just a fish, though.
Yeah, but.
Well, and the secret is that they don't want to pass by your leg either. They're pretty much going to avoid
True.
you.
That's why like lakes, I don't really care that much, but like ocean, it's like, no.
I was just showing my dad the other day when I went on a medical trip to Belize. I was like, look at the shark that came up to the shore. My dad's like, why was it so close? I was like, we were feeding it.
Because it was hungry.
It was hungry and we were feeding it.
It looks so cute.
It did look so cute. It was a lemon shark.
A lemon shark?
Yeah, what's that?
Was it yellow?
Kind of.
Is that why it's called a lemon shark?
Lemon. If you...
Sometimes I question these names. Like, they'll be like, it's a bull shark. I'm like, how the hell did you get that? Where did the bull part come from?
Are we Facebook friends, Ryan?
We're Instagram friends. I don't know about Facebook.
Look.
Possibly?
You look at, if we are, then you can scroll through my albums, and all the way at like the beginning of my albums, there's the picture of the lemon shark. So, yeah, if we're Facebook friends.
Well, here's how we'll find out. Have you noticed an increasing amount of Syracuse postings recently?
I don't know. Honestly,
If not, then we're probably not.
We might not.
How do I do this? I can do this. Well, no, I'm trying to do like 3 things at once. So.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh yeah, we are friends.
Okay.
No, we are friends.
I am seeing someone doing a very nice handstand though in one picture.
Is that me?
Yep, that's you.
Is that me?
Being as you're on a bathing suit, I'm not going to show the entire
Thank you.
viewing people of that shot. So
No, that's like last summer. You gotta go all the way to my albums, all the way to the end. It's in Belize. It's like You Better Belize It or something. I don't know.
Belize. Oh, okay.
You better Belize it.
Yeah, that was like our.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Holy cow! You got like 150,000
Albums.
folders here.
But, yeah, I like pictures.
Belize clinic style.
No, it's You Better Belize It, or
You better Belize it. There it is.
or
Okay.
Living the Life in Placencia. I don't know. Is one. There's only 3 albums, but yeah, the clinic one was just us in the clinic with patients and things. I shouldn't.
You should. Dark chocolate caramel one.
That sounds yum. Okay. But yeah, so there's that. We should answer a question.
Yeah. How long has everyone been on the app?
I just had my 5-year anniversary a little bit ago.
Your what year?
Yeah.
5.
Oh boy.
Yeah, for me that's a trick question. I think I've been on about 3 years, maybe 4 years.
What was
But
that
I
trick
wasn't
question?
really active till about a year ago, a little bit over a year ago.
Okay. I remember being on the app before you could even make an account. So I might have been on longer than 5 years, actually. I don't remember.
Well,
What was 5 years ago?
Ben,
5 years ago was sophomore year in high school. That's about right. Maybe a year more than that. Maybe freshman year is when I downloaded it. I remember when the app was strictly, you opened it and it was just a long-ass page of polls that you would click the answers and you would see the United States and there was not even any filters. It was just the map of the U.S.
That's intense.
I remember back in my day.
Yeah.
Yeah, according to your profile, Ryan, your anniversary is March 18th of
Yeah.
2011.
Yep. But like I said, that was when I created like the account, and I remember there being a point in the app when you could, like that wasn't even a thing. You just would download it and you would hit answers for the questions.
Gotcha.
I think I remember I scrolled all the way to the bottom, so I've answered every SOH official question ever. I think I scrolled all the way to the bottom, and I think the first question Tony asked was Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth. I think that was the very first question.
Yes, that is an age-old question there.
I was surprised it wasn't Coke versus Pepsi, honestly.
Or cats or dogs.
Or cat, yeah. North or south? I don't know. Maybe. Both. Sure.
I don't even think I made it a year.
I think you did.
I don't think I did. Yeah, too invested. Then I got my feelings hurt. I had to stop.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm old with this app.
I'm a sensitive individual.
Yeah, so Benji 101, who looks to be pretty new, maybe? Who looks to be really new.
Yeah.
So, hello.
Hello.
It says, talk about how Show of Hands has changed over the years. And it sounds like you were doing that.
Yeah, pretty much covered.
Yeah. It started off as an app where you just would pick an answer of the poll and you would see the overall percentages in a map of the U.S. Then they added actual filters like the basic ones: male, female, party, age, and money. I think that was it. And then it was account, so that you could comment. Oh God, when the comments came out, that was crazy.
And then initially you could only do like 150 to 200 characters.
Oh yeah, well that was a recent change.
Yeah, that was awesome when they increased that.
Yeah, they were like, you know what? Instead of posting 20 comments to get a point across, you can post, one. Oh, what other change? There's the I agree withs now. Oh, one part that's been here since the beginning that I don't think anyone uses is the politicians one. That shows you your politician. Shows you your representative and senators. That's been there since the beginning. Yeah. Basically, the app has slowly but progressively evolved to where it is at now.
No, I'm saying West Night.
I think the first person I ever talked to on the app was Veritas.
Oh, that's fine.
On his first account. I still follow him.
I do too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I do. I went through and...
He posts those, like, passive-aggressive polls about Hillary Clinton. Like, every day.
And really likes the Mavericks.
Yeah.
No, I like Versus.
I would... What were some big, like, events SOH did that I remember?
Well, Susan R's, I just pulled up, says that for historical purposes, this is almost exactly the 3rd anniversary of having user-made polls. which was on March 28th. Was the third
So-
anniversary. So I've learned not to
Yeah,
question.
that is one of the biggest changes, actually.
Yeah, she knows everything. She's the show of hands Yoda, as far as I'm concerned.
So I didn't realize that that was that. Look, I thought that was farther back. I joined in October of 2013, so it seems that I was 6 months into user polls.
Yeah. Oh my God, when user polls came out, that was not fun for like a couple months because everyone didn't really know what was happening. So my feed was just a bunch of Coke versus Pepsi, dog versus cats, and no one really understood how to do stuff. And then there was the people that took it too seriously and was like, "Oh, if you could kill Hitler or Stalin, just they would go off. They would. That's not even that crazy of one. They were like crazy early questions that people were like trying too hard on."
Well, I think that's kind of what makes the show of hands tick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good batch of crazy in there.
And putting the tap on was pretty big as well.
Yeah.
I do not use it just because I only use SOH whenever I get a notification. Like if someone has a new whenever there's a new poll, I'll pop on, but like I don't. I do obsessively check it, but beside the point.
That's why I took it off my phone, and I needed space for pictures. But that's not the point. I just gotta dump the pictures.
SOH is one of the smallest apps I have on my phone.
Yeah, I take a lot of pictures.
I think a lot of the changes I saw were pretty recent. For a while when I was on there, I've been on for 2.5 years, and I think for the first year and a half of that, things were pretty steady, and then very suddenly, Jason Numbers
Yeah.
came in and just said, I'm going to change a lot of stuff, and there were a lot of changes all at once. But before that, I don't know. Before that, people always talked about changes, and I didn't see very many.
Yeah.
Optimizations here and there and what have you, but there weren't a ton of things that were very, very different. I know that they changed the interface some time ago, and people flipped out about, oh, I don't like the new interface, and then that went away, and people like it now, or just don't say anything.
Yeah.
It's fun. I think the ignore feature is a wonderful, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I know that there are plenty of users on who kind of take it as a point of pride that they've not ignored people and not whatever. But I feel like when you get to the point where you roll your eyes when you read someone's username, like not even read their comment yet, but you just start rolling your eyes when you see a username, that it's probably healthy to use that ignore button.
Yeah.
It makes it a lot more fun, because I was getting pretty bogged down, and I was burning out pretty heavily, and so one day said, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try essentially starting over. I unfollowed a lot of people, and I started utilizing the ignore feature, and it's a lot of fun again.
I think I ignore one person.
I would like to see a list of people that I ignore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna actually remember who it is actually, but I tried ignoring people, and then I realized that my OCD part of my brain is like, if they comment on something I say, I need to know what they said,
They're
or it would
talking
drive.
about. I gotta go look.
Yeah, like everyone's had a period in SOH where they decided to uh, ignore Cowboy or some other person, and I did that for like a week, and then I got into an argument with him, and I couldn't see what he was arguing, so I was like, you know what, you're unblocked, just so that I can see and show everyone what you say, so that they know. They know.
I would just kind of like a list of people I've ignored, because I know I've ignored a couple people by accident where I've just hit the ignore button, and because it pops up. Whatever. I've hit the ignore button by accident a couple times, and I've not necessarily known who it was, and then like, well, there's no way I'm ever gonna get that back.
Yeah. Well, it's like I unfollowed you today. So, by mistake, and then followed you back, which you finally made it. So.
See, famous person,
Exactly.
famous.
Exactly.
When you get Ron to follow you, you have arrived.
Right. I was like, crap, I just unfollowed him, which he'll never know, but now I got to follow him back because, I got to learn about science, so.
I remember I always thought I followed you, and then, but that's just because everyone kept sharing your polls. So I never actually realized that I didn't follow you until Amanda messaged me one day. She's like, "Oh, did you answer this poll?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't see it." She's like, "Do you even follow him?" I'm like, "I think so. Let me check." And I was like, "Oh, I don't. Wow. It's been like 2 months, and I never realized that these were all shared. Crap."
That's funny.
That happened with Lulu.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was like, "How come you don't follow me?" And I said, "I don't."
Yes.
And then I didn't. I was like, "Oh,
My bad. My bad.
follow."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just I popped onto the web version of SOH. Just because like when we were talking about when personal polls came out, I had some weird polls. I apparently was one of those people that went off the deep end real fast.
Oh yeah. Did you say, would you rather have a Pepsi dog or a Coke cat?
No, I think I purposely didn't do that, and I went like my first question was kind of wimpy, but like in the first like 4, I went kind of like, I was like, fuck it, I'll ask what I want. Like first one was, have you ever been arrested? That's weak. That's weak. Second one was, should we be, oh God, how old was I when I wrote these? It was 3 years ago. I was 16. Oh, this was junior year or senior year? Oh man. Seems like so long ago, but that was like last week.
Oh my God.
Should we be more worried about the fate of gay marriage or what's happening in Iran and North Korea? All right.
All right.
What are we, God's children or cosmic anomalies? Wow, I was a bitch. What the hell? Who the hell that was 2 days after we had this privilege, and I immediately jumped into the let's argue at each other for an hour and a half.
That's right. Let's
I went
waste a whole day.
Oh, I know why. That was posted at 2 in the morning. I was tired. I was like, yeah. Zombies. Have you ever had sex with someone other than your current wife or girlfriend? I'm afraid of shots. Oh, junior prom. I was a junior. All right. Oh, this is back when I had my long hair. How do you pronounce theater?
Pronounce what?
How do you pronounce theater? Theater or theater?
Oh, theater.
That's the question. That was my question.
Do you say theater, Ron?
Theater is how you know. We in the theater refer to the theater.
What happens in the theater?
Days in the theater.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. I think we should probably call it. It's been kind of a long one.
Yeah, about an hour and a half now.
Yeah. We're so bad at keeping this to an hour. That was the
I was
original plan
gonna
once
say,
upon a
if
time.
you want to keep it, like, or if you're very serious about keeping it to an hour, I can keep it to an hour.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Give the people what they want.
That's right.
Longer episodes.
Susan is still with us because she's like I love Susan because she refuses to be on, but doggone it, she's gonna give us her 2 cents and help us out with all that sort of stuff. So big shout out to you, Susan.
so, thank you for being on. Thank you, everyone who's watching, and for the new people. Yeah, we'll be back next week. If you are watching and would like to be on, throw us a message.
Throw him a message.
Or Ron.
Throw him a
Sure.
message.
And that's it. So,
Go Syracuse.
All right, go
Syracuse.
Syracuse. Go Big Orange. Good night.
Woo!